To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so put your word in it. I get it, the odds can stack back against the wall, but even considering such, know you'll stand firm. Sat and watched from the sidelines, one too many times. Wicked games to play, make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude, knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2. Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my opponent.
All right, everybody. So this is a very special episode. It's Relay Debate. That is a segment we have within our podcast. Run With It. It's a partnership with Love Nation, a nonprofit. It's a Christian organization. They want us to kind of push the boundaries on the conversation about why this generation is kind of moving away from marriage. So we thank y'all for being here because y'all didn't have to be here, but we appreciate all y'all's introductions.
The first segment of the Related Debate is called Word Toss. What we're going to do, we're going to go through a series of questions. I'm going to give you 5 seconds and just give me the first word that comes to your mind. Right. So the first question we're going to ask is, what quality matters most to you in a relationship? I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds. Everybody just say what first comes to your mind. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trust. Okay. I heard honesty. So for you, why was that the first thing that you need?
I think honesty builds trust, and that's like an essential part of a relationship. Builds a strong foundation.
Yeah. No, I can agree on that. Like, even for me, I'm married. I just had my 3rd year marriage anniversary.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sit to that.
Yeah, I love it.
But this relationship, this is the most transparent and honest I've been in a relationship, right? There's nothing that we hide from each other. We communicate about everything. And I honestly attribute that to why we've been able to excel so much in our relationship. So that's a good point you brought up.
Yeah. Marie, what did you say?
I said communication.
Okay. Why is it?
I just need somebody to just communicate with me, like tell me straightforward, because I'm just a like straightforward person. So I would love for like my partner to be just communication, like just communicate with me. That's it. Yeah.
So just that straightforward.
Yeah. Communication.
Okay.
Because I feel like not a lot of people are like, they're not honest. They can't tell you like it is. They're scared. Hurt your feelings. Yeah.
A lot of people can't take the truth.
That
you know what
too.
I'm saying?
Yeah, not me though. I tell you exactly.
Tell you what it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid of how the other person is going to react, though. That's where it comes from, I personally think, right? So I think that's where the break of communication comes from, because you want to keep that person happy. But, if you potentially tell them something that will push them the other way, it can ruin that relationship.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's why everybody got to be self-aware.
Yeah.
Because everybody can't wear their feelings on their shoulders like that. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to be told the truth.
Yeah.
Even if it's hard. I don't got to yell at you and make you feel stupid, but you tripping. Can you chill?
Yeah.
So I feel that.
Healthy way of communicating, yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Isabel, what about you?
I said patience.
Okay.
And I say that because it's like everybody's first time going through life, and when you're like dating and in a relationship, like everybody has different experiences that they've had in past relationships, or just, in life in general, different upbringings, things like that. And when you're in a relationship and you're getting to like know each other, you got to be patient. You got to learn to like know this person, and also like be patient with your relationship and like let it grow, and just keep open lines of communication and things like that, and be honest with your partner. But like you got to be patient enough to give somebody the grace to like become a good partner for you.
Right.
So do you think people can have too much patience?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can be a doormat real quick in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you got to like establish your boundaries, and I'll like have patience with you. Maybe a lot of patience one time and less the next time, like if I've communicated that I do not like XYZ, or can you do, this or that, and I'll have patience with you the first time, but the second time when I already told you, it's different.
Yeah. No, that's true. And even sometimes like patience with you guys are both growing at different paces, right? So sometimes you have to have patience in that sense, but sometimes there is too much patience because maybe somebody's not growing. Maybe someone's stuck where they are. And, you have to do a lot of self-reflecting if that's something you want to
Yeah, that's been my issue.
Deal
I give
with.
too much patience, too much leeway.
Yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
now I'm mad at you that you're not doing what we talked about. But it's like clearly the other 5 times it didn't happen, right? So
It takes 9 times to retain something.
okay, maybe that's the science. I didn't know that.
You got 4 more times, brother.
Psychologically, you got
You got
9
4 more
times.
times.
Yeah, I'm not in that situation. Thank God. But yeah, nah.
To pick up that phone.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Never that.
Let's see. Where's another one? I like this one. So, what word describes your toxic trait in a relationship? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stubbornness.
Dismissive.
Intuition.
Ooh, control.
Different words.
Yeah.
Oh, control.
Yeah, I heard that one loud and clear.
I've been told I'm controlling in the past. I can't help but be honest about that. It's because I think a lot. And when I think a lot, you can think your way into some bullshit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Stuff you don't even have to worry about. And the more you think about stuff out of worry, you really manifesting that in your life anyway. So now I'm like, aha, I knew it, you know? But really I've pushed that person to that extreme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
I've worked on it. It's not still there, but
I was going to say, so how did you work on that? Is it just self-reflection?
yeah, it was self-reflecting for sure. It was a lot of self-reflecting. It was kind of understanding where that control came from. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time you want to control something because you're worrying about something. And I realized, like, if I don't start worrying about these things, I'm never going to get control of it because I'm giving it the power, in a sense. Not to get super spiritual here, but I just stopped worrying, you know? Because I'm not even being my best self when I'm worrying. So that allowed me to be free and not try to control everything. That was trial and error, though, to pick that up, to be honest.
Yeah. And then is that just control of a situation? Is that what you had a problem with? So you wanted to control the outcome of.
Yeah, control the outcome of situations.
Okay.
Because I'm a person that over-prepares.
All right, I got
so,
you.
like, it's like,
I'm on
even
the
if
same
I
page
like
as
you, but if I know there's a situation where I might not have the most trust in, I'm going to over-prepare
Yeah.
how to make sure you don't do what I'm worried you might do.
Yeah.
Or I don't have to deal with that emotion. And I was just like, how much energy that I put into trying to control something that if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
I got you.
that's what let me let that go.
Ooh-wee.
Major growth. Took some time. Took a couple trips to Joshua Tree. Just chilling, and not.
Let's go. So for
Yes, you have
me,
one?
mine was stubbornness. I get stuck in my way and I over plan, right? And if something veers me off that plan, or I'm just reluctant to take others' advice, right? I just want to stick to my way, and it is my way or the highway. And I had that attitude for a long time. I think it's because I was a single child. So I just did what I wanted to do,
Okay.
right? Nobody could really tell me anything. But it translated into my relationship, so I had to learn to really listen to where other people are coming from and take that advice. But I'm not really stubborn anymore.
Stubborn like an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they call me Gramps.
I ain't know that, so
Don't start.
I'm calling it Gramps. Grandpa Dre.
Grandpa J, no thank you.
Isabel, what did you say?
I said dismissiveness.
Ooh.
Why? Because like, if we're gonna do the I don't give a fuck war, like, I'm gonna win.
You gonna stand on that?
Because honestly, like, if I want to like let something get me mad, it's gonna absorb me. So I would rather just kind of put it in the back of my, brain and not think about it too much, which is not good. Like, the silent treatment is not healthy. You have to, come close with your feelings and like how you're feeling with that person, and not try to like get them, out of body because they're trying to think of why you're mad.
Yeah.
You just got to grow up and communicate.
So
And it's not that I'm not willing to do that, but honestly, I feel like I'm very passionate when I'm in a relationship and like communicate a lot. So I feel like if you're putting me in a position to where I have to step back, then run with it.
there we go. We gotta clip that. Run with it.
Man.
So I have a question for you though. So are you like that in multiple relationships, or are you was that a specific relationship that made you act like that?
I feel like a relationship will sometimes just like reach a point where it just like should have been ended.
Yeah.
And then you have to, And also I feel like I am a very like alpha female, obviously. So like once you kind of show me your true colors and that you like are trying to like bring me down because you can't level up, at that point, I'm just like over it. You know,
Yeah.
think what you want to think, do what you want to do. I'm over it. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So will you really be out of there, or will it turn into a situation shit, and will you keep entertaining?
I'm not interested in like spinning the block.
Okay,
Like,
I got you.
also is like, I'm not interested in like that gray area situationship thing of like, oh, are we together? We not together? Like, I like it, you know, black and white, because I just feel like when you leave that space in between, people's feelings get hurt.
For sure.
People become more toxic, you know.
yeah.
Oh, how can I make this person jealous? Like, you know, you just go your own way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
competing with each other. Who can hurt the person at that point?
yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
I actually didn't say anything.
Oh, you didn't?
Didn't say anything because this was actually one of the questions that I was like, what is toxic about me? Because I don't know. I've never really like sat there and like talked to my partners and what do you not like about me? Because I really don't care. But toxic trait,
Could it be that?
Yeah, I was
You
gonna say,
really don't care.
are you
yes,
dismissed?
I think it's because I am stubborn and I'm very, very stubborn. Like I like my own way. Like
My
I don't
way
like
or
to
the
hear anybody
highway.
else's opinion because I don't care. But
okay.
yeah, that's probably
We found her
one.
toxic
That
trait.
is it.
We found
I
her
am
toxic trait.
stubborn. Yes.
Stubbornness. Okay. So has that always, you know, kind of, I mean, how has that played out for you in your relationships, the stubbornness?
It doesn't work.
Doesn't work?
It never works. No.
Okay.
Because I'm always drifted off into my own lane and they're just like, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. It's rough.
Yeah.
Care.
I'm sure dudes
That's something I need to
tripping
work on
it.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta keep talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to dig on that one a little bit.
So have you always been like this, or
Yeah.
okay?
Always. I kind of hate it about myself, but I don't know. I need to find those steps to get over it.
So for you, do you think communication would help you? Like you're stubborn, but if you have more open line of communication,
Yes.
is that what would?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I need to hear it directly. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if it's gonna hurt my feelings. Just tell me how it is.
Yeah.
So that we can move past it.
So in your previous relationships, have you brought that to the forefront? Like when you're talking to me, you need to just tell me exactly what it is, and that's how we can communicate. Because if you tell me something, I'm gonna push away.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And I feel like they don't really understand that.
I got you.
But I feel like they're just in another like state of mind
Yeah.
as I am, and like I don't know, it just doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Yeah.
So are they passively telling you what it is? You know what I'm saying? Or are they?
No, they don't know. But that's also the I don't care part of me. Is I block it out.
Yeah.
It's like when I block it out, I tend to forget or I tend to just like move past it.
Yeah. Not to dig too hard on it. When you say you don't care, then what do you care about?
Well, I feel like when I say I don't care, I truly do care.
Okay.
But I'm just telling you that I don't care.
Yeah. She has a hard
it's like-
shell. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like hiding a side of me that I don't want you to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been hurt really bad before? Is that why you put up this shell?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
It does.
Makes sense.
You guys are digging it out of me right now.
Yeah. We don't have to keep going.
No, it's
but-
all good.
Yeah.
That's why I said control.
Yeah.
You know, I've had some situations where I was like, nah, I got to control this stuff.
Yeah.
You just said, I ain't going to worry about it. I don't care about none of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you start out like very trusting and very soft, like as a woman, and then like somebody will do something to you, and you just have to like your shell just like hardens and hardens and hardens. And it's also like, why would I care if you don't care?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know? And like women, like we're just like naturally like more like maternal, like we care. We are like born to naturally care.
Right.
So I feel like some men like that's like a learned trait that they need to learn
Yeah.
because they're so used to being catered to. A bunch of mama's boys.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Whoa. Why do you agree with that?
Mama's boys?
Y'all run into a lot of guys
I think that's the topic on me getting hurt. It was a mama's boy. It's just it doesn't work. It never works.
Yeah.
Getting catered to.
Yeah.
Getting catered to.
And I feel like in this day and age, like, you know, as like our like age group like progresses, I feel like there is a lot more like women taking care of men just in general.
That's true.
I keep seeing that online. I keep
facts.
seeing that online, but is that really facts though?
Yeah, that's
you know.
facts.
Okay, like for me personally, like I think about like how many of my girlfriends like have 2 jobs, and I'm like, how many men do I know with 2 jobs?
Yeah.
Way less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many like women I see, you know, just in the day of like their man drives their car,
Mm-hmm.
which like not to say, you know, like, you know, there's definitely girls that don't do that, but just sort of like, you know, some younger like generation of girls, I'm just like, damn, you can't do the growing up for him.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like a lot of, and women just naturally like grow up faster than boys too.
I think the expectation of men caring for women is still there and high, but like in actuality, it is more women taking care of men. That's what I think. Yeah.
And I feel like women are willing to like compromise themselves more than men.
Yeah.
You know, like we're willing to like step back like into roles where men like are very, you know, I feel like sometimes men also seek the validation of other men. So like even though they want to be like soft and tender, they're like, no, I got to play it cool. Like I got to, you know, be, you know,
Men do that
manly
sometimes.
about this because they're looking for the wrong affirmations from the wrong people.
Yeah. This is very interesting because I've never really heard women really speak about men and I guess the things that you guys deal with, right? All I really know is myself and my friends. So that's why like sometimes I'd potentially will want to debate with you guys, but I'm debating from things that I personally see. But you guys are out there and really experience it. So this is a whole different level of learning that I'm seeing right now. But if women for the most part are really taking care of men, like why are they staying in those relationships? Or are they not?
I feel like it's like a lot of false advertising, you know? And a lot of people like we don't like being lonely. So sometimes I feel like we get into things and like people start out a certain way and then they're a different way, you know, especially like, because people are like dating online and like sometimes I feel like a lot of people aren't getting to know each other probably as long as they should be.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, that's a really good point.
And to clear up for me, when you say taking, like men are being taken care of, in what ways though? Like, what ways are y'all referring to when y'all say that?
Like, you know, like, okay, for example, girls, when you're like out with your girlfriends, you don't even have to think. Like, they know what you want to eat. They know where you want to go. They know how long you're going to take getting ready. You know, like we can like relate like that. And like men, like you can't expect them to think for you like you can your homegirl. Like she's just going to take care of you and she's got you. And with boys sometimes I'm just like, man, don't you know better? Like it's not that hard, you know, to do the little things that make me feel, you know, attended to and cared for. Whereas like my friends, like they're like, oh, I saw your location and that you were at work till XYZ. I brought you a coffee today, you know? Where like sometimes I feel like guys aren't that attentive.
Yeah. So you feel like women being more thoughtful towards their men than men are being thoughtful towards the women? Okay. I could,
And a lot of guys equate to like taking care of a girl to like, oh, like I'm not about to like be a trick. Like, bro, it is not, you are not a trick for sending me $10 for some coffee because I was tired. Like attaining to a woman doesn't mean you're like wholly like, she's not like gold digging. She just like somebody to, you know, cater to her.
Yeah, I think a lot of men say that because they feel like the women they're talking to don't like them in a sense. So they're just sending you $10 of coffee so you talk to them. If he felt like you liked him, he probably wouldn't even care about it. Here, take 50. Get everybody
But then also
coffee
people have it messed up because like they're going after people that don't like them. You know?
Yeah.
Like really there should be, you know, you should not go after people that don't like you already because then you're just like forcing somebody to like you. And then that's just like a facade. You have a terrible foundation. It's like one person chasing the other.
It's hard to tell sometimes if somebody actually likes you though, because to your point about tricking, like I feel like some women will just know they don't like someone from the beginning, but what can I get from this person? But that is something that I see on social media a lot. I don't know if there's real truth to that, if that's happening in real life, but I see all the time, like I'm gonna trick him out of his money. You know what I mean? So how would you really know if they like you or not? But I guess the actions.
Chump is a chump.
That's what I be seeing.
She knew what we talking about.
Nah, I be saying the same thing. A chump is a chump. Like if you're capable of throwing it out there without even verifying that this woman feels for you as you feel for her.
It's also like how you carry yourself as a man, because if I look at you and I see that all you want from me is some like art and candy and like you don't really even want to get to know me and you're already doing all this crazy stuff, I'm just like, well, this is going nowhere anyways, so I might as well like get my money's worth.
Yeah.
And my time, you know.
That's true. And that's how a lot of men are approaching women right now too. So that makes sense. They're leading
Like
with
they
their
feel
money.
you can buy affection. It's like
For
that's
sure.
not true.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Leading with their money. 100%.
Some men starting to feel like they have to buy to get affection. That's the truth too. That's why a lot of folks is leading with it.
But why do you think guys feel like that, to be honest? Because
For the validation of other men. That's what I'm saying.
You think validation of other men?
I think so. The experiences that I've had, it's a lot of validation from other men.
yeah.
Okay. In what ways though? Like,
Just, I don't know, like trying to play it cool, like
Mm-hmm.
for other men to look up to them or make them proud. I don't know. It's,
Like selling a lifestyle or something like that.
yeah, almost like selling a lifestyle.
This sort of ties into social media too.
it does.
I think so. Like the lifestyle you're trying to portray, or the women that you have, the women that you can get, and things like that.
Yeah.
I think it all fits into a lifestyle that people are.
Yeah, I feel
Trying
like
to
everybody's
have.
worried about options when they need to worry about like
Yeah.
quality.
Quality.
Control.
For
Quality
sure.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's, while we're talking about it now, that's the thing about social media that I think gets people in bad situations, because we have so much access that we feel like the grass is always greener on the other side. And that if someone doesn't do something that we necessarily like, they're just replaceable. Right. So I think that's one of the negative things about social media. And it's just all connected. It's all interconnected with this stuff that we have going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of takes me to the sip to that segment. Glad we're talking about.
I'm glad I got this in my hand.
Yeah, I'm glad you got it in your hand, because the sip to that, I'm going to say a statement. I want everybody to be able to say a statement that they resonate with, right? So for me, since we're talking about social media, I totally agree. I think social media is doing more negative for the dating pool than positive. So if you agree, sip to that. Okay. What do you think, Isabel?
For me, I'm like a romantic. I feel like my husband is not gonna find me on Instagram, and the reason being is like, for me, first impressions are everything.
Right.
Like, I want to catch you like off guard. I want to see if you walk weird, if you if you talk weird, if you like. I like seeing somebody that's like in the flesh, in the open, of just like a first impression of who you are. Because I feel like with social media, you can portray yourself to be somebody you are not, because you're trying to fit in or like sit in fit a certain persona or something that's really not you. And like, I want to meet you, the real you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I'm with that. I feel like everybody, well, not everybody, there's a lot of people that are real genuine on social media. But I feel like a lot of folks get captivated in the views and the likes and what it seemed like that ain't real life,
Yeah, like I want to see who you surround yourself with and all that good stuff too.
And there's some people on social media, like even you don't have a big social media imprint. You're just starting to really use social media now, but
I used to hate it.
yeah, but you're one of the most genuine people I know. But if people quickly looked at your page, they wouldn't really be able to gather who you are. So that's why meeting somebody in person is so important, because you can really see the true, genuine person.
Yeah, you can't answer your own questions.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social media is good. It's got some good to it. I just feel like a lot of folks get too much validation from it. And I think that's the root cause of a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like folks get popping on social media. Folks get likes. Folks get comments. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes want to look cool on the social media. Their homies think they running stuff. I know a lot of women fall into that same trap. You know what I mean? Like, look who looking at me.
Yeah, it's like money is the root of all evil. And I feel like as soon as social media started to have like monetary value, it started to lose its authenticity.
Yeah.
Because people started to make money off of it. People started to do weird things, buy followers, get paid for it. So they're like not even being themselves because they're just like fitting a script or something like that.
Yeah. I don't think there's any coming back from it now either at this point. Like, we're too far gone. Yeah.
No, we're gone.
And again, like what you said is so important, because just meeting people in person, I love the authentic connection, just meeting people in person. But it's just so underrated now. Like even no, all right.
Folks be
go
socially
what you
awkward
gonna
now
do.
because of social media. I don't think folks really are. Okay.
Worst body language.
Yeah, body language be off. The charisma in the conversation
Can't even talk.
out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought I fell into that rut a little bit when I started working remote, working from home. I just sit at the desk all day, type, sending emails, Teams, acting like I'm happy. I'm really happy. I'm happy. I'm having just playing.
People don't know how to make eye contact anymore. They be like, "Why are you doing? Where are you looking?" What?
I'm saying I feel like I fell into that trap. I'm glad I started going to Fox's Cigar Bar. I know it's a tangent, but folks get socially awkward chasing.
We need that Jerry button.
I know. Oh yeah, to shut me up. Do you have a sip to that? I feel like you might have one.
Yeah, I agree. I think that social media is more negative for dating than it is positive. I agree with your statement on the grass. Like, people think that the grass is greener. Like, there's this illusion of so many options.
Yeah.
People are not really looking at character anymore. They're looking at beautiful women and beautiful men, and there's so many of that on social media. So I feel like that kind of gets in the way. I also agree with her. I like the organicness of like meeting people in person, having that conversation, the spark, and things like that. Over social media, you can't really do that. People do have fake images and personas. So yeah, it's really hard to tell.
I feel like they all say the same things too when they DM you guys. You guys just are
They're
berated by the
creative now.
Yeah.
They are.
Hell no, they just throw that little like heart on the picture and things like that. Like, okay.
Hearts, one word.
you see me liking this? I like 4 in a row.
Like,
They're getting strict too. If you don't respond, they start blocking.
they talk to themselves.
They want sin.
Yeah, they do be sassy. There are some sassy men where I'm just like, okay.
Why is it sassy? I've been hearing that word. Let's talk about it real quick. Sassy. Why sassy? Why being sassy today?
Why sassy? Because why are you getting an attitude? That's my job.
You can't handle rejection.
Okay.
You can't handle that.
100%. And it's also just like I said, back to what I said, go after people that like you. Like, why are you mad because I'm not responding to you when I've never ever, either seen you in person or shown any interest in you, and you think that you're going to go somewhere just by hollering at me, where it's like, I didn't even give you any notion that you had the go ahead.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
and then like, also people can't handle rejection, where it's just like, everybody needs to learn that no matter like what you look like, how much money you have, not everybody is going to like you, and that is okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
100%. No matter what you do or what you're wearing, like, gotta be okay with that.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing. You point on what you're wearing. Like, people feel like designer is a cheat code, right? They feel like you have to talk to me because I'm wearing this. You have to talk to me because I have money.
I got money,
And that's that's the wrong way to go about it. Right.
Yeah. Looking tacky as hell, too.
Oh, tacky. What's tacky to you?
Yeah, that sound personal.
A bunch of, like, monograms and shit.
What do you mean by
Like,
that?
you look like a picnic table. Like, if you got, like, LV, like, we get it. It's Louis Vuitton. We get it.
Different designer on.
All having different at one time?
Yeah, like, no, it don't match. Or it just looks weird. I don't know.
Or, like, people got all that shit hanging off. It's like, you're going to get caught on something. Like,
Purple tag, that purple brand tag.
Oh, the one that just, yeah.
the first time I ever saw that, I almost ripped the tag off. I almost ruined somebody's day. I didn't know that was
What
good.
type of brand tag we talking about?
Yeah, like on the jeans, and it will just sort of hang down.
I think I might have seen them.
Like, why you want people to know they're purple? They're from purple so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you don't need that.
That's funny.
It's okay. It's okay to not know.
So subtle designer drip, not like being loud in your face with it.
Yeah, just because it's just like a lot. It's like, okay. And it's just, I just don't, then again, I just don't feel like that's authentic,
Yeah.
Like, just be you. Stop trying to impress everybody with like how much you spent on something.
Yeah.
Because me, I'm going to look at you and be like, okay, you have, $6,400 worth of clothes on, but you have no assets in your life. Like, you don't own anything. You just got a maxed out credit card.
Man.
Then it gets into their priorities. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I feel like I value so much more like somebody that is like broke all the time, but like saving for something, or has goals and aspirations. It's not just trying to like impress people every single weekend.
For sure. Yeah.
Whoever she know with that maxed out credit card, when this air, they're gonna be at home crying. God.
I did it.
Before we go to something else, though, I want to get another sip to that in before we do another segment. But I want to ask, like, y'all both nodded y'all head like with a lot of sassy men. What's sassy to y'all? I feel like
God.
What is
So like when we talked about women want men to be tricks, I feel like now they want us to be. They're like, are you gonna pay for my haircut? Are you gonna bring me flowers? Are you gonna no?
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's people's favorite question.
You
The
mean,
table. Like, what?
Nah. Can't just be the table. What do you bring into it? But okay, are you really meeting men that's saying that? Or is that just social media chatter?
I would say it's social media. Like, I'll see like guys' stories, and they'll post things like that, or looking for like what women are bringing.
Yeah.
And normally it's like, what are you bringing to the table? I mean, men feel like they are the prize, which I feel like both people are the prize, but sometimes they feel like they are more the prize than us. So that's where I think the sassiness kind of comes into play a little bit.
Yeah.
No. Feel that?
And I feel like that's just also just the root of like, it's okay to be a player, but it's not okay to be a hoe. You know?
One of those double standards.
Yeah, for sure. Like, oh, you got to compete. Like, men always feel like women need to compete for them, where it's just like, if you're making a woman compete, like, you really don't respect them in general, you know?
Yeah. I've talked to a few men that feel that way, that y'all explaining it. They just kind of hurt, though. That's kind of like
every time.
Yeah, but it's a hard case of I didn't chase too many women that don't like me, and I haven't reflected on myself to see why they don't like me. So now I'm starting to act like somebody owe me something.
It's a defense mechanism, just like with your stubbornness at times. They just been through it too many times and take it out on everyone.
On everybody. Will they be a raging bull or mad?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Because I want to see what you thought about sassy. Like, what's sassy to you?
I was going to say, I think it's part of, like, a big part of their ego, too.
Ego? Okay.
Their ego, yeah.
Just feel like they feelings is hurt from being rejected. I can see that.
I feel like they're getting rejected hard. Gotta be.
Some dudes getting rejected hard.
Yeah.
Some dudes getting rejected a lot. And real quick, tangent, but social media. I know we talked about social media don't matter, but a lot of men get rejected because they social media trash. I'm be straight up. My social media. You don't want
it too pretty of a. That's too
that's
sassy. If you
I'm not saying too pretty. But when I've talked to some women and gotten some perspective on this, it is nice to see that you're active or what your hobbies are or what you're interested in, right? You're a person like me that have 3 pictures for 3 years. I hit you up like, what's going on? How you doing? I see what you got. You might be like, this man might be a weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you a ghost dude? Like, what you do? Do you fish? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you do something?
So are guys' social input important for you guys when responding to a DM or even deciding if you're getting to know somebody?
Yeah. For me, I think like what you showcase on your social media kind of like decepts you a little bit. Like if a guy is just posting like, okay, say you're a smoker, which isn't a problem, but you just got weed all over your social media and that's all it is, like that's kind of like a turn off for me.
For sure.
Nah.
Like what more to you is there?
Like what more to you is there,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would agree too. I mean, not anymore, but you know, back in the day.
You gotta look like you go to work.
I wear my vest. I got my steel toe boots. Minding my business.
Like I can't see that you're just always out and about. Like if like I'm like, I got so much time off.
Might be getting some money a different type of way.
100%.
Not so traditional, you know. So now I want to go to the last segment of the podcast, related debate. So that's really more so the meat and potatoes of the podcast, like Dre said earlier. So more so the heavy type of questions where we can really have a deeper dialogue on comes in. So what we'll do is one of us will read one of the statements up there, and if you agree, let's pull out these cards. You're gonna say I relate, you know, and if you disagree, we gonna debate it. And then we're going to discuss why we feel how we feel. So I'm going to let you get the first one, Mr. Traylon.
Okay. This one really set the tone and match the vibe of the Related Debate podcast, but I really want to know the background of, do you guys think your upbringing has shaped your views on marriage? And we can...
Yes. Relate, debate, relate. Oh. Okay. A lot of relates, one debate.
One debate.
While we debate.
I got the hot spot. Well, for me, I didn't grow up seeing marriage at all. The only marriage was my grandmother, but she was divorced by the time I was born. Yeah. So if I base my views on marriage on my upbringing, I'd probably have a negative view of marriage. So for me, I just took it relationship by relationship. And then when I found someone that I was committing to, right, I just sort of did what I think I needed to do to have what I thought was a healthy relationship. Yeah. So working on my communication, working on my stubbornness, right? So everything was internally learned from when I got into that relationship, you know? So that's why I debate that.
So what happened in your life that made you not carry on what you experienced? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I definitely can relate to that. So What happened that made you not carry that with you?
People can't impression on me, right? Like I'm my own man. I know what I want out of life, and I know whatever they didn't work. So
yeah.
And really, a relationship is just between two people. So you really just got to learn each other and see what works for the two of you, because what works for the next couple will not work for you. You know what I mean? So really, that's what it is. I just identified what my partner wanted and worked on it.
That's very mature of you to say.
Yes, good answer.
Because the fact that we all related means that we all understand that our experience shaped how we think. So the fact that your experience didn't shape it all the way, that's some maturity on your brother. Yeah, okay. I didn't know you had all that. Why do you relate to it?
Well, I would say that my upbringing did shape my viewpoint of marriage initially. When I was growing up, I didn't really see healthy relationships. I didn't really see marriage. So I didn't think of it as like something that was important to me and something that was probably possible. But as I've surrounded myself with people who have been in healthy relationships, or like colleagues who have parents or in healthy relationships themselves, I feel like that shaped my viewpoint of marriage in a positive way. And also like just going through my trials and tribulations too, and not letting one situation define like my whole view of relationships. I think that now I think of it in a positive light, and that's something that I do want in the future.
Yeah. God, that was a good answer. That was. I mean, the way y'all spitting out these answers, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? That was actually, you answered a question that we were going to ask to all of y'all earlier, but we didn't. Do all of y'all desire to be married one day, or what's y'all's perspective on that?
One day.
One day?
One day. I feel like it's the way that like my upbringing was definitely did change. Did change the way that I see marriage. Yeah. I do feel like it is possible, but then there's another side of me that is like, nah.
What's the nah?
And I think that's my stubbornness.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's my trust. It's a lot of things. I do. Dang, I don't like the spotlight right now.
You aspire for it. It's just some things you got to see.
You got to work through.
Yeah. It's got to make sense for it to really happen.
And when she finds the right partner, she'll be able to work through that with him. Yeah. You know, he'll be able to help soften her up.
Yeah. I think so, yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is that you want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you want that, it'll eventually happen. Somebody will come along that's right for where you at.
For sure.
You related? Why'd you relate?
I related because my parents are still married, and I have seen their relationship kind of grow and develop from, just like mom and dad always catering to the kids to now like we're out of the house and it's like just them again, Yeah. And I've seen their relationship go through good days, bad days. And I've always kind of come to the conclusion that as long as two people are willing to make something work, they're going to make it work. Like you will make the things happen that you're willing to invest in. And if you're, willing to invest in your partner, and then it's going to work out if you want it to.
Yeah.
And, having patience and listening to your wife.
Listening to their wife. Had to throw that in there. Yeah, had to throw that one in there. Listen to the husband. That's in there too?
Yeah, my mama definitely listened to my dad, but at the end of the day, like, she's the boss.
Okay.
Yeah. Easier that way.
I do not agree.
I have my own. I disagree as well, but I agree with you.
My mom's a good ass cook, so it's just like kind of whatever she say go, because he's gonna have to eat that.
You're gonna be hungry.
My mom's a good cook too. Yeah, I relate to what you said though, because my mom and dad, they're still together.
But my dad also like definitely puts my mom in feminine spaces. He takes care of her, so that allows her to be a good wife and be a good mother to us.
Yeah, that's real. Because I saw my pops be a real man. I saw my mom be, a real woman, real wife, real husband. You know what I'm saying? I've seen them do the thing. So that definitely positively shaped my perspective on marriage. That's something that I want as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been doing a lot of stuff work to make sure I'm ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a big desire if you're not putting in the work to get there.
Also, like my parents have a very traditional relationship. But like from seeing that too, then I have like the other hand of things where it's like, I need a man that's also like okay with like cleaning the house and like, doing things that are going to make my life easier too.
Yeah. working together.
Not just
Yeah.
like, I'm the man, so this is how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would like more of a modern relationship. you would say?
Like definitely with like traditional values, but
Yeah.
like a progressive underlying
For
tone.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I
like
got you.
She put that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That is.
That's good. That's real. That's real good. That's real good. Let's see. Related debate question, or sorry, not question, but statement now. Trust can be rebuilt after infidelity.
Oh, that's.
Trust can be
I don't know.
rebuilt after infidelity. Relate. Okay. Debate. All right. Debate. Relate. All right. Does anyone want to speak up on why they debated? Because I got something to say. But I don't want to take the floor.
He's ready for this.
My debate is simply like, at the end of the day, like, you didn't have to do that. You know,
Yeah.
we're all grown up to be like, if this isn't what you wanted, you at least should love me enough to have the respect to say so. You know, so there's really no reason, no rhyme or reason for it. Even if it's like, you know, text me 3 seconds before it happens, at least now I don't have to lose respect for you.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the main issue is when somebody does something like that, I lose respect, and you've obviously disrespected me.
Yep.
So like that's something that would be hard for me to rebuild and bounce back from. But I mean, on the other hand, I have seen people go through that and like be willing to work it out. Me, myself, like I know myself. I know like my jealousy levels, my this, my that. And it's something that I couldn't do personally, but I have seen people work through it and I understand. But I feel like the only way to really get through it is to completely forget it happened and just kind of just
Really move
because if
on.
you keep bringing it up, then it's either going to happen again or you're not going to have a good relationship because it's, oh, you don't trust me. I can't live my life, you know? So unless you're willing to just pretend that never happened, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Marie, you debated it as well. Did you have something to add?
Yeah, I feel like if you and your partner are both willing to forgive and forget, then you could definitely work it out. You can. But like she said, if you're going to keep bringing it up, it's going to be a problem for the both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you actually kind of relate to that a little bit. You think if you can actually move past it, you can work it out. Okay. For me, I'm debating it. I'm debating it because, like I said, y'all know how I think. I talked about me thinking earlier. I think too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put me in a situation like this, I think so deep. I'm thinking about what you were thinking in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you. I pay attention. So if you lusting after me, I know how you was lusting after Buddy to have done something, right? So now I'm worried about situations that might trigger how you feel. But shoot, you know what I'm saying? If you like me, we like the same things, you're going to be going to things and being around people that we're all interested in. So I'm always going to be thinking.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So for me, I got to debate it. I can't let it go. And also, it's like if ain't nobody perfect. Everybody that made some bad slip-ups in their past, but I just recognize when I've done them, I was not being mature. And I was in the wrong. So I got to have that same sword for the person that does it to me.
Yeah.
But y'all related. So why'd y'all relate to this topic?
You want to go first?
I related because I think in general, trust can be rebuilt afterwards, but I think that it's a long, long process. Am I willing to go through the process? No.
Oh.
But I think that it can be rebuilt. It'll probably take a lot of communication. And I know you guys said that keep talking about it will probably make it like worse, but I think sometimes it might take revisiting that topic a bunch of times and like having compassion and understanding between each other to get over that issue. But like I said, it's a long process to build that trust back up. But I'm not willing to go through it because I know how I am too. But yeah, I do think it could be rebuilt.
Yeah.
It takes some work. It's going to take some work to get back there.
Yeah.
For
Like
sure.
you said, yeah.
For me, I don't know if I necessarily answer for myself or overall, right? But I think it depends on how the situation happened, right? I feel like some people, it goes to communication. Maybe that works for some people in their relationship, right? And they're able to talk through it and get past it, right? You never know what someone's willing to deal with until you have that conversation. But I think it gets deeper than that. Then why do you feel like you need to go outside this relationship, right? So I think people can get past it and get on the same page,
Right.
but they have to get on that same page. So unfortunately, with a lot of people, they're not going to. They're just going to kick rocks, me being one of them. But I think I think people can get past that.
Okay.
And will. So I'm not necessarily answering for me, but overall, I think if people have good communication, they can get past that. But you have to be very mature in a long relationship for this to work. Or even if you have kids involved, like I think that it just depends. Yeah, it depends on the situation.
I think it also depends on the timing too. If it's early on or like 5 years later down the line, like what are you doing? Like so I think that's a big factor.
Because I think even with men too, like men, you'll see men consistently say like, no matter what, there's beautiful women everywhere. So some men just deal with a wandering eye, right? But and that's a thing that they need to be open to their partner about. Mm-hmm. Do you just have a wandering eye, or are you going to pull them? You know what I'm saying? Pull them pants off. So have communication and see what your partner's willing to deal with. See why you feel like you need to do that. Yeah, and people will be able to get over it.
Yeah. And the men to be having that wandering eye, they gotta recognize that's still not cool though. Yeah, you feel me? Like it might be a thing, but it's still not cool. If you got a partner that's willing to deal with you having a wandering eye, better show them some love. You know what I'm saying? Respect what's going on. Cause, it's tough to control, but it's like I feel like some people feel like it's an excuse to do. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Because I talk to you about something I'm dealing with, but I'm doing it. Yeah. Nah, you're supposed to be working by not doing it. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just to hold the men accountable when they watch the video.
But then some people take it to extremes of like also a lot of people trying to label cheating, like everybody has their own definition. But then there's people like, oh, you like so-and-so's photo? You cheated on me.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing about social media is tough.
Yeah, it's definitely like, it's something like with your partner, you need to establish what your boundaries are on social media.
For
what are you
Jump Street.
Okay and not okay with? Yeah. Because then I can move from there. But if like, you're going to trip on me about something I didn't even know, like, whoa, then
Yeah, that's true.
Let me know for sure.
Yeah. And our boundaries need to be understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
That's a real good one. Yeah. You got the next one?
Yeah, let's see what we got here.
What we got?
I think I want to do one with financial. I don't see it though.
Oh, 50-50.
Yeah. Taylor, can you scroll down just a little bit?
Yeah, Taylor. Shout out to Taylor. Back there, shout out to Taylor. This thing. Shout out to Taylor. What you got?
Oh, there it goes right there.
50-50.
Well, I'll just remix a question.
Yeah, remix it.
So, related debate is financial stability something that's important in a partner that you're picking? Yeah, all relates in one debate.
Wow. Okay. Wow. It's just me.
All right, debater.
You said financial stability is important in the part you're picking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, and maybe this is a perspective for me because I'm the man, but like I do follow the traditional way of thinking. I do want to take care of my woman, especially if you're my woman. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not financially in the place to take care of both of us, I would hope we could work together until I'm there. But I do want to follow that tradition. So for my woman, I do want her not to just sit on her ass and not have nothing going for herself. I need ambition. I need you to have a dream. You got to have something you're working towards. But if you're not there right now and you got a plan, I'm cool. So it's like, you might not, I don't know, it's like I relate to it, but not indefinitely. Like, there's eventually a time where you're going to have to start doing something. You know what I mean? That's why I debated it.
Yeah.
Hope that makes some sense.
No, it does.
Doesn't?
Yeah. So for me, I relate to it, but it's weird because you said what I wanted to say, right? Oh. So I relate to it because, again, I fit into those traditional male roles where I'm taking care of my family. But having someone else with ambition, we're a team. Yeah. Right. And unfortunately, in today's economy, sometimes it's harder to do everything on your own. Right. But I want to be able to have a partner where we can, plan out our future and accomplish those goals together. Yeah. Right. You can't go wrong with dual income. But at the end of the day, no matter what happens, I'm taking care of what I need to take care of and take care of us. But it's just an added benefit to know that you have the drive to help me get us to our goals. Yeah. That's where that comes from.
Okay. Y'all all related. So why did y'all all relate? Why is that important to y'all?
Well, for me, I need to know that like you have yourself, and ideally in a perfect world, somebody would buy all my stuff, that's how everybody feels. Nobody wants their own expenses. But for me also, from my like background, you know, I need to have some skin in the game. I will never ever want to get into a relationship and come out of it with less than I came into it with, you know? Yes, it'd be nice if like a man could like pay for everything, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, I don't ever want to give somebody the leverage of, oh, you needed to do X, Y, Z because I have done this for you and this for you. Like, I like to have, you know, my own empire because it's something to fall back on. And it's also something for that person to help grow, you know, and inspire, you know, like there's things we can work on. But at the end of the day, also, I like to have my own little things and like, you know, things that are just for me.
Yeah.
And things that are for us,
Yeah,
you know.
for sure. Yeah. That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. I mean, do y'all feel the same?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's important to have someone that's like the same, like ambitious like you too. Me, I know that I'm going to go out there and get it. And I feel like I want somebody that has the same motivations to do it too, and not me like pushing them to do it. I want it to be like something that's within them. I also feel like I'm the type of girl that want to go take trips or want to do stuff. So I feel like let's meet each other. You know, you don't have to be already built up. You can have potential. You can have like something laid out for you and working towards that. But I do feel like it's important in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's also like, you know, I make 50 cents to your dollar, you know? So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm going to need you to take care of me a little, you know? Also, I feel like any man that I'm with, I feel like I would like them to be like honored to have the privilege to have the like, you know, ability to take care of me and the want, you know? You would want to take care of a woman, want her to be like not stressed out and, you know, give her the like, you know, time and space to be her like best self, you know. And yeah, finances play into that a little bit, you know. I want to live in a safe place. I want to, you know, drive a reliable car. Do I expect you to do that all for me from the jump? No, but like if you were my husband, yeah.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like I'm not sitting on my ass, so that's why I expect those things, you know.
And that's a realistic expectation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that expectation. Marie, do you feel the same, or you have?
I do. I kind of think that I took the question a little bit differently.
How'd you take it?
Yeah.
I think I did.
Okay.
I think. So the way that I took it is, no, actually, I'm actually wrong. I took it the way you guys said it.
Yeah.
That the man has to have the financial
because
stability.
I can provide for myself. So it's like, what can you do for me that I can't do for myself?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
I mean, that's good. It's good.
Like no man should be okay seeing a woman struggle.
No,
you know?
literally, yeah.
Like, why are you okay seeing me work all the time? Like, don't you as a man want me to like chill out and not be like an absolute like tired, psychotic, you know, crazy person because I'm working all the time?
I think that goes into like dating people that actually care about you too, because you know, any man, and from the men that I know, any man that cared about the women that they're with is going to do anything they can to make life easier for them.
Yeah.
You know, and that also may go into what you guys were saying earlier, that men want to be taken care of right now. So the mindset may be different in a lot of people that we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why would I settle for less than I can provide myself?
Okay. On that note, y'all want a guy who's, you know, financially savvy right now. Does it matter? Would it matter, or would you accept him working on something that could pay off down the road? Well, there's a guy who got an AI company. He'd invested a lot of money into these businesses, right? If he did that, if he jumped into that entrepreneurship, he really don't have a lot of money to splurge. You might have to keep working like you're working for him to have that payout down the road. So if you like the man, got some love for him, and you see he doing that, is that something you're willing to work with, or are you like, nah, I need my guy to be ready right now. I can't wait.
I think that's okay with me as long as you have a plan. Because a lot of people, they'll be like, oh, like, I want to be an actor, or I want to do this, I want to do that. But they're not making any steps towards it. Yeah. But if you're making steps towards it, you have a plan laid out, then yeah, I see your potential too. I may invest in you too. Like, you know, so it's like, it just depends on if they have an actual plan and if they're working towards it.
Yeah, you can talk all day, but I need to see you execute
Need
something.
some action.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't want to hear about, you know, your dreams unless I see you actively fulfilling them. Like, if you're just saying you want to do these things, but you're not working towards them, then you're just talking.
Is there a time limit that you guys put on this? Like, on someone's entrepreneur
I feel like you can kind of weigh out how much time something should theoretically take.
Yeah, situation.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like, when is your return? When is your investment? In the meantime, how else are you like supporting yourself? You know?
Yeah.
Because you should never like leave a job before like having something. So like, I need to make sure if you are planning on taking 6 months off to pursue something, I need to know that you were smart enough to prepare yourself to be off for 6 months.
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like those. I had to ask that because there's some guys out there that, you know, actually got the ambition, but
Don't
they
have it at
grinding
the
right
time.
now.
Yeah.
They don't got it at the time. You know, they just
Yeah, and then also like I'm willing to adjust, and like if that's how, you know, if you're so busy all the time, like I'm willing to know, like if I know that you're working towards something, I'm willing to fall back and like be okay with you being busy all the time, and like, you know, compromise. Everything is like, can we compromise? Can we work on something? So as long as it's communicated, then it's fine.
I'm kind of iffy about that one.
Okay.
And I say I'm iffy about it because I would, it's going to sound so bad to me, but I would rather the man already have everything planned out. And I think that's because I already have a lot to deal with on my own. So it's like, I don't want to, you know, have a partner that doesn't know where he's going, or, you know.
Moving ready is ideal.
Yeah. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that though. You know, everybody don't want to invest in a project. You know, somebody need the ball to be rolling. So
Yeah.
really ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, no, that's a fair ask.
Yeah.
I can kind of agree with that too, because like if you're working on your career and you're heading places, you kind of sometimes want someone that's aligned with you in that journey and like building themselves up to like already in the motions instead of starting from not the bottom, but like starting from the start. You're already like more than halfway through and then they're in the beginning. So I can see that point of view.
Yeah, I feel like that prohibits me from like starting relationships, is because I feel like I'm not ready to give 100% of myself to somebody, and I feel like it's not a foundation for a good relationship. So I feel like I kind of fall back a little bit because I, you know, ideally I would like to like date to marry. So like if I feel like I'm not in a position to, you know, give somebody my all, then I'm not gonna like cut myself short.
So with you, I like that you said that date to marry. So you're very selective with who you choose to give your time to.
I would say that I feel like I date, but I feel like I haven't had a lot of relationships for that reason. Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Got you. Yeah.
Wait, say it again.
So like I date, you know, but like I feel like I haven't had a lot of relationships because yes, I do want to like date to marry. So yes, I am selective. Like I'll give like somebody the time to court me, but am I going to fall in a relationship with them? No.
Nah.
But I also am transparent with that, you know, like right now, this is what I can offer you. And if that's not okay with you, then that is fine. Like, you're great. Maybe we can circle back to this later. But like right now, this is what I'm dealing with and what I've got going on. So like, I need you to be able to respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good that you're transparent about it.
Yeah. That's
Right? And let people decide what they want to be involved in.
I'm the worst person to make plans with. I'm surprised I didn't make this podcast. And I know that about myself. So I'm going to let you know and be like, you're going to try 5 times to hang out with me. I bet you would hang out once.
So I think we have time for one more related debate.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Let's see what we have.
What we got on the Rolodex. We got left. I see one that I want.
You looking at number 8? What are you looking at?
I was looking at number 3. But what's number 8? Okay, number 8's cool.
Oh,
3,
number 3. Yeah.
Number 3.
All right. Good job. So last question related to the debate. Is it important to discuss past relationships with your current partner? What do you guys think about that?
Relate. Okay, a lot of relates on that side. But why y'all relating to this? 'Cause we debated it.
I feel like it's a good and bad thing to know
The past.
the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, I don't know where your headspace is in, but I don't want that to like contradict the way that I'm thinking, because you know you did that too, or you did that with them. So, yeah.
Okay, so too much information might be
Too
bad.
much,
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna, I would hope that you can go ahead and work on it enough where you don't have to bring it back up again.
Yeah.
That goes with the self-reflection. So
Yeah.
she needs her partners to self-reflect before they enter into something with her.
Yeah. So you want to know some stuff, but you don't need.
I don't need too much information.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I That's what I was.
Need to know basis.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Y'all relate. Why do y'all really need to know, or is just kind of
You just sort of want to know.
I think, well, for me, like sharing information about my past, I don't want to share too much, just the basics. Like, I don't like to dive into the relationship, but I do think that it's important to discuss them, just because, like, for example, if my partner had a lot of trust issues in his relationships, like the female did a lot of things to him, then I know that maybe I need to provide more reassurance for him to help him grow and work through those trust issues or things like that. So I kind of, that's kind of where my headspace is with it.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
That almost made me relate to it.
Yeah, I know. I would change my card.
Yeah, because if your partner got some traumas they still working on and you still love them, like, let me know what's going on. So I don't, you know, because I'm very direct. You talk about being direct, I'm direct. You know what I mean? And sometimes I can say stuff a little too harsh. But if you used to someone making you feel belittled, well, please let me know. You know what I mean? And I'll dial it back. Yeah. Yeah. You related?
Yeah, for the same reason. I think that it's good to have a little background knowledge. Like, nobody likes to go into something, you know, head first. But at the same time, it is not healthy to, like, hold prejudices on somebody based on past experiences. I don't think that's fair. I think you should give everybody the grace to, like, have, you know, an authentic experience without basing things upon their past and stuff like that. You know, because that's not fair at all. Like, I need to see why you've grown, but I need you to, like, stunt your growth because, you know, oh, you cheated, so this time you're going to cheat on me, so I'm, you know, not even going to let you grow from that, you know? It's good to know a little bit, but not too much, like you said.
Yeah.
And, like, my thing with, like, relationship is, like, I'm going to give you 100% trust at first because you haven't done anything to me. You know, I'm not going to hold anything you did against me, but, like, I will, you know, that will adjust and grow, you know, as we progress in our relations. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
I agree with everything you said, and that's sort of why I debated it, because I'm giving that 100% trust up front, and I just want to learn the person authentically without knowing anything in the past. Vice versa, if there's anything that she wanted to ask me, I'm open to talking about, right? But I just want a clean slate of us learning each other, right? And I'm so big on communication that if there's something that I don't like, and I see it, I'm just going to tell you. And then I'll see how you react to me addressing concerns, right? So that's why I debate that.
Yeah. I feel that. I mean, the clean slate is great. I don't need to, like, really, bless you. Really, like what y'all both said, if there's some trauma there and you want to bring your past into the discussion, we can talk about it. You know, if you have some questions, because I've had someone ask me questions and they used to really ask questions. Really did. And I'm like, are you sure you want the answer? Not that it was anything crazy, but it's like, I know it's going to piss you off, right? But if you really want to know, I'll be honest, because I believe in full transparency.
And you can, like, overthink things. Like, if you're going to put the shoes in front of me, like, I'm going to run with them. You know, like, if you're going to give me that power and that knowledge, like, I will get in my head. So that's why it's good to, like, you know, be mature about that. But, like, these are things that I feel like I've had to, like, grow and, like, get to know. You know, like, gone through things to, like, learn from things, you know? Things like that.
Yeah. I'm just debating because I'm not about to be asking all them questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to learn you for who you are. But on the other side, I do have some things that if I do find out later, it is over.
What are those things?
Yeah,
what is the deal? What is everybody's deal breaker?
I can't do it. I mean, I guess I'm ready for the double standard slander. But I do care about the promiscuous life. I just do. I think most men do. And I think it's important that men recognize what they care about, women recognize what they care about, and women recognize what men care about, and men recognize what women care about, right? So since I care about that, if I find out some horror stories, I
can agree with that, though. I can agree with that. Like, for me, what's important in my relationships is, like, a one-on-one ratio and, like, intimacy.
Yeah.
So, like, I need to, like, I like that there's something, like, sexy and, like, belongs to, like, being, you know, a little more.
Yeah.
Like, something is specifically for your partner, and that makes it intimate. And that's what makes it special. And that's, if it's special, then it's romantic, and then it's all these positive things. You know? Yeah,
it's the special feeling.
And giving somebody, like, confidence, you know, in that realm makes them a better lover.
For sure.
Know?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's probably as polite as I can put that.
It is over.
It's over. It's over. It's over. Still love that, baby. I just can't move forward with it. You know, I just got to.
People can change though. Like that could be like trauma responses and things like that for sure. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. You know.
And that's how I know it, because I've been in situations where I've accepted trauma responses. You know what I'm saying? I've accepted things that truly, if I look at me in the core, am I even cool with that? Nah. So it's like, I got love for you. I always had love. I hope you're doing great. You know what I'm saying? For those situations that they were, but that's still not for me.
Yeah.
So because I've
and everybody
that,
has their own person. Like everybody, there is somebody for everybody.
Somebody for everybody. Yeah.
So that's like, I feel like people shouldn't get offended if like somebody feels that way towards them, because there's somebody for everybody. Truthfully, you just gotta find that.
You gotta find it. It's not me. You just gotta find it.
This was good.
Yeah, this was good. Before we end it, I just want to say again, we both thank all of you.
Thank you guys
joining this podcast and having a great conversation.
Yeah.
You know, it was really beautiful that we got a chance to break this down, because when we look at social media, it's a lot of toxic stuff. Uh-oh, saw the glass. But when we look at social media, it's a lot of toxic stuff. And we just really want to bring a different dynamic to this conversation. We're partnering with Love Nation. They're a Christian organization, so they want us to speak towards marriage and figuring out why this generation is kind of running away from it or very hesitant.
Yep.
So I think these conversations really open the door on why that might be. So again, I appreciate you all. Yeah. This is Related Debate, first episode.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
Beautiful. Thank you.